What's up, guys? So, we're going to be doing another movie review today. We're finally going to be doing another Medea review. I got a couple coming for this one and another one. I've been trying to catch up on Medea movies. Now, if you guys don't know a lot on how I feel about Tyler Perry's Medea, now, again, I like some of the movies. There's some that's kind of okay. I have done a few reviews on them, so I figured I'd go ahead and watch this one. This one was actually very entertaining, but at the same time, there was parts of this movie that I was like, I don't know. But the entirety of this movie is where Medea is at her tricks yet again. She's hanging out with her brother. She's hanging out with Mr. Brown. She's hanging out with Bam. All of them, right? So what happens is she gets informed by, of course, Tyler Perry's other character that his daughter is getting married. That Tiffany's getting married. Now, again, I'm sitting here and I'm going, okay, really? And so she's getting married to some dude that she's known for however many months, not very long. He's got to deal with his ex-wife, and the ex-wife's a tool, and she's encouraging it and everything of that nature. And the guy he's kind of an ass. I mean, he's acting like a thug. He's acting like this. He's acting like that, and it's like, dude, what the hell? So he has no choice but to go to his dad Medea for help. Like, hey, try talking to this guy and let's see what happens. They kind of see issues with him, but they don't really state a lot. Then, as soon as he gets pretty much, I would say, pushed into paying for the wedding, even though he doesn't want to. He does it basically to shut up his daughter and to shut up his ex-wife. Medea's like, don't do it. But as soon as this happens, you see where, and this is what was really funny, is you have where Madea has to go get her passport. That was absolutely hilarious. That was probably one of the best scenes in this movie, was when she was so scared about, of course, with all her background and everything, that she was not going to get her passport. And so she sees a cop come in. As soon as she's going to get her passport, she's like, excuse me, I got to use the bathroom. So she just starts running, dude. I mean, dude, she starts running and she goes right through the glass. And she's like, I busted through the glass and she says, I ran through the glass and I busted my ass. It was funny. So a little bit further, they all go to the Bahamas. They got to deal with other issues, and they had a writing coach they wasn't a good fan of. They also had issues because of the rooms. Well, unknowing to Tyler Perry's main character, he was going to try to pay for the rooms, but his ex-wife went ahead and do it on behalf of her husband. That is a very rich person, knows of course the owner. But then Medea, among the others, figure out that Tiffany has not even looked at her dress. She didn't have her friends there. No, nothing. And her boyfriend, soon to be husband, Xavier, is going to be having a bachelor's party. So of course, Medea's brothers got to go on this, all these other kind of things, and they have a good time. But then what's really crazy is they got to deal with all the backlash of what's going to happen. And the long story of this is pretty much they figure out that Tyler Perry's character's ex-wife is getting a divorce from her current husband, and he made a deal that he would send the son off to or both of them, I think, off to college and pay off for the wedding. So she just wanted to go ahead and have it all taken care of. And then they think that the fiance is cheating when he's not. That it was actually his mother, even though his mother looked fairly young for her age, or didn't even say the age. She just looked really young. So obviously it was an assumption. And then it gets shown later on that he judged Xavier too fast, and that the mother was never around. He had a hard life, and then later on they start talking, and he goes through this whole thing of he had a hard life. He dealt drugs. He had this happen to him, this happened to him, and all the good Tiffany and her brother's doing for him, and all this stuff. And he finally is like, okay, I'll let you marry my daughter, and then between his dad winning a whole lot of money, charging it to the room, all the activities and everything, I'm surprised this man ain't gonna go broke. And Medea, again, it was one of those movies where it had a lot of funny, but again, a lot of it, some of it was kind of corny and stupid. I will admit that. But again, I think that's just a Tyler Perry movie for you. Again, I'm not the biggest Medea movie fan. I'm not. I mean, again, there's characters in this movie and within the last few movies that I've watched, because I watched when Medea goes to jail. I watched Homecoming, which I'm gonna be doing a review on. I watched the Boo ones, and then now this one. So I've watched about 5 or 6, and I think I'm missing one more I watched, but I'm not entirely sure. I like Medea. I think that she's a great character. She's very funny. The one Bam, I think she's thinking she's Miss whatever, like she's all whatever. She's pretty funny. Cora, I can handle Cora. Um, the the son, he was kind of a he was out there, man. He was really out there. He wanted to do good, but he gets babied a lot, so it's like, I don't know what's going on. And I'm gonna tell you this, Brown, Mr. Brown, he's an idiot. I'm gonna tell you this now. This guy is such an idiot. I don't like the character. He's just a big amount of an idiot. That's what I'm gonna say. Tiff, I'm gonna tell you this now. If I was in Tyler Perry's character shoes, first off, I wouldn't have paid for the wedding. Second of all, I would not have forgiven the guy. I would have been like, look, I'm not your buddy. I'm not your homeboy. I'm your girlfriend slash fiance's father. I'm not your buddy. I can become your buddy later on, but you need to show me respect. And he barely showed him respect to the very end of the movie. Now, a lot of people may go, oh, well, he judged him too harshly or whatever the case of it was. But it's like, bro, you're coming up to me. And again, from someone that has nieces and nephews, that is a father, even though I have angel children that did not survive, I'm still a father. But it's one of those, I wouldn't have allowed my daughter to marry this guy. It'd be like, dude, y'all need to calm down. Like, just calm down. Like, you can still be together. Let me get to know this guy. Like, if he's not gonna be like this, and if he is not coming across like I think the way he is, and he shows me respect, then okay, we can talk. The one Tiff, again, she comes across as a hoe. I'm gonna be honest, and she has from the last few movies I've seen. Maybe she finally grew up. I don't know, but overall, this movie was interesting. It was funny. I enjoyed the movie. There was parts of it that was really funny, and there was parts of it that wasn't. Again, that's just my opinion of this film. But have you guys seen this film? Did you guys enjoy this film? Was it okay? Was it good? Was it bad? What was it overall? Let me know your thoughts about it down in the comments. Again, it's my opinion. Some of you may agree with me. Some of you may disagree with me. Again, like I said, comedy's comedy. I know how it is, but again, there were some spots that wasn't for me. There was other spots that wasn't. So again, that's just my opinion. But let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you as always on the next one.